Shalom, family. I pray that everyone's having a blessed and productive day today. Um, I just wanted to make this quick video in regards to the laws and statutes and why we keep the commandments, or why I'm gonna say why I'm gonna speak for myself. Why I keep the commandments, why me and my household we keep the commandments. The word says that those who love Yahuwah, His commandments are not grievous, um, which means, we don't think that because he gives us rules that we are under a burden. We're not doing things he that the Most High tells us to do with regret, or you know doing it with like a faint or disappointed spirit, I would say. So that looks like this, man. I wish I could eat shrimp, but man, I'm keeping laws and statutes. I can't even, like in a way, it's kind of like you don't want to do it, and it's like you're being forced to do it. Yah says, the word says that He says, "I stand at the door and I knock." If anyone would answer, then He will enter. So He's knocking at our hearts. He's asking for permission to reside in our bodies, within our spirit, inside of us, inside our hearts. So He's not going to force you to do anything. He's not making you serve Him. If you do, even if you give, if your giving is grudgingly, that's the word. If you're giving grudgingly, like with, you're kind of mad when you do it. You giving tithes, you like, man, you counting up how much you giving, and you feeling like, man, this, you're giving up something better than what you're giving the money towards. You thinking, oh man, I'm missing out because I could do this with this money. He don't want it. He don't want that sacrifice. He don't want your body as a sacrifice if you're giving it to Him grudgingly. If you feel like, man, I'm doing this, or it may not look like, you might not physically say it, but when you operate out of religious spirit, when you walk around condemning other people for them not keeping the Sabbath, for them not wearing fringes, for them not doing X, Y, and Z, you condemning people because you're really doing it grudgingly. You're not doing it with your own free will, and you don't feel free when you're doing it. So, that's how you know the difference between those who serve Yah with their whole heart, those who actually feel free through grace to do the commandments, to do the laws. Because if I'm doing something and I know that Yah, he has plans to prosper, not to harm me. If He tells me that I should do this, I should keep this, or I shouldn't eat that, or I should do this, I shouldn't do that, I know that it's going to benefit me. I'm happy. I'm grateful. Now, the posture that we should have is we want everyone else to get the revelation as to, this is the key to happiness, this is the key to life, this is the key to success. I wish you would do this, but if they decide not to, or if they're still in their own way and they're still in the ways of the world, you just pray for them. You don't condemn them. You're not mad and telling them you're stupid because you're doing this. Man, you're going to hell because you don't know when Yah decides to turn that person's life around and turn their heart to where their heart is turned back to Him and they're going to obey. You don't know when the time is for that. So that's why the Bible says that we should not judge a matter speedily. You don't know when their day of visitation may come, and they may change. So when we're free, we're not mad. When you're free, you're happy, right? You're joyful, you're loving, you're appreciative. When you're a slave to something, when people are a slave to the law, they're bitter, they're angry, and then it shows up in their countenance, in their face. It shows up in the way they speak to people. They have no patience for those. They can't even teach the people what they should be, because the minute that someone disagrees with them, they're upset. Now you're in your flesh because you're getting upset when it's not even you that they're fighting against. If you have the Spirit and you're preaching from a place of love, you're they're rejecting the Father. They're rejecting Yah. They're not rejecting you. So that's why he told us to kick the dust from our feet and take your peace with you. You know. So I just wanted to share that quick word, man. Decide and understand, that if you're doing this because you feel it's a good thing, not because you're supposed to get a pat on the back from anyone else, or because you're trying to stand beside someone who's not doing it and then judge yourself according to them, and say, yeah, I'm glad I'm not like them. I'm keeping the law. I got my fringes on. You ain't got yours on. Okay, well, that's not the way that we should be going about doing that. That's not how priests act. We should be lowly. We should be humble. We should come to people with meekness and understand that everyone's not where you're at. And so the same way that Yah was merciful unto you, you have to show your same mercy to your brother. You have to still be able to sit with people who don't understand what you're doing, and still have a heart to pray for them, that their eyes are open, even if they don't agree with you, because again, the word and this and the teachings of Yah are not our own. They're not our own, so it's not us that we're doing this for. We're doing this for the Father, and we're doing this to save souls, so other people are not sentenced to eternal damnation. And we do that all for love. And if we're not doing any of this out of love, we're doing it in vain. And until next time, y'all, shalom. Y'all be blessed. Continue to, like and subscribe to the page. All the new viewers, people who just new to the channel, I appreciate you checking out my shorts and the videos. Those who are still viewing all of the Bible studies and shorts and videos that content that we put out, I appreciate you. May y'all continue to keep y'all. I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Shalom.